Hello and welcome to this program of teleconferencing. Today, I will talk about Child Rights Convention, and this topic is covered in our Diploma in Paralegal Practice program, that is DIPP, and this program is offered in English as well as in Hindi, and this is a 1 year duration program. So admission will start. You can, if you are interested, you can take admission in the program. The details of the program you can go through by visiting our website and the School of Law page. So today I will talk about some of the key aspects, some of the main provisions or main features of the Convention on the Rights of the Child. This convention is called the Convention on the Rights of the Child 1989, and it was adopted in 20th December 1989, and India has ratified it in 1992. So, this convention basically talks about the rights which are contained in other conventions, especially if you go through the history of the development of Human Rights Convention, you will see that the process was started with Universal Declaration of Human Rights. After coming into force of the United Nations Charter in 1945, United Nations Charter also contains certain provisions relating to human rights because it was felt that for maintaining international peace and security, the observance of human rights is necessary, and the state should conform to some basic standards of rights which are available to all human beings, irrespective of their social, ethnic identity, their race, their caste, their sex, their nationality, etc. And these rights are inalienable. Nobody can even if I want to relinquish these rights, I don't have the option to relinquish these rights. These rights are inalienable. These rights cannot be taken away neither by the state nor an individual can decide that he will not be entitled to these rights. A Universal Declaration of Human Rights was adopted in 1948, 10th December 1948, and since it was a declaration and it was not a binding treaty as such, so in 1966, two covenants came into existence, that is International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights. These covenants puts the declaration that is the rights contained in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights into a binding treaty. So these conventions are general in nature. They are applicable to all persons, all human beings. Later, it was realized what we call the group rights. It was realized that the rights contained in these covenants needs to be contextualized, taking into consideration the special requirements of different groups, such as women, children, persons with disabilities, migrant workers, persons who are suffering from racial discrimination. So, number of conventions came into existence thereafter. For example, in 1979, the CEDAW, that is Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, came into existence. And in 1989, the Convention on the Rights of the Child came into existence. And in 2006, the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities was adopted by the General Assembly. So, first, let me explain what is the child as per the convention. As you can see on the screen, a child is any person who has not reached the age of 18 years, unless a different age of majority is provided in the laws of that particular country. So, actually, the conventions are, in a way, you can say, a compromise formula, because all countries have to, or if not all, most of the countries have to agree on it. So, some leverage, some flexibility is given. Therefore, it is provided that a country can prescribe a different age of majority, but generally it is 18 years. So, now generally we divide the rights contained in the convention in 4 categories: survivor rights, participation rights, development related rights, and protection rights. So we will explain one by one. Survival rights are contained in the most important article is Article 6, which says that the states recognize that every child has the inherent right to life and must work to ensure the survival and development of the child. Now, right to life means generally right to live. No child can be deprived of his life. It is also here worth mentioning that in our constitution, the way Article 21 is interpreted by the Supreme Court, Article 21 says that no person shall be deprived of his life and personal liberty. And the life, the term life has been interpreted in very wide terms. It includes not only existence, not mere existence, but the things which makes a life a dignified life, a dignified living, such as right to food, shelter, clothing, clean environment, health, education, right to work, and there are a number of rights which have been recognized in Article 21 of the Constitution. Now, similarly, the child has the right to preserve her identity, including nationality, name, and family relations without unlawful interference. That is, and this is provided in Article Article 8. Similarly, every child has the right not to be separated from their parents against her wish, unless it is in her best interest. Any legal proceeding of separation shall be attended by all involved parties, including the parents, the child, and the child has the right to maintain contact with her parents as long as it is not against her best interest. This means that the child has the right to live with his parents and has a right to have access to both the parents, and any proceedings where the interest of the child is involved, the child should be heard. And since family is considered to be the most important unit, and it is believed that the all-round development can take place only in the family. Therefore, unless it is in the best interest of the child should not be separated from their parents. And if the state is cause of the separation, then the parent, child, or any other family member has the right to know the whereabouts of the absent member. Now, in the Article 9 has this provision, and now we come to another category, that is right of participation. And right to participation is a very important right, and the most important provision of the convention is Article 12. And Article 12 says that the state shall ensure the child's right to form and express views with regard to things that affect him or her in accordance with the maturity and age of the child. That is, where the child's interests are affected. There may be situations, for example, adoption, or where the parents are living separate, then with whom he should live. Matters such as education, his political views, his religious views, etc., etc. But that depends on the maturity of the child. The child who is maturer, for example, child who is in teenage, who is in teens, or especially the child who is 15, 16, 17 year old, has the more say with regard to his wishes as compared to child who is 5 or 6 year old. So the age and maturity, there may be situations where the child of say 10 or 12 years age has more mature intellect, and the child child who is 16 or 17 years old may not have that kind of maturity of intellect. And that depends on the facts of the particular situation. So age and maturity are the considerations which decide the participation of the child in decision making concerning his interest. A child shall hence be allowed to be heard in any judicial proceedings concerning the child, directly or indirectly, through a representative, or if he is mature enough, he can express his views directly before the judicial body, before the courts. So the other provisions which deals with this right to participation are, you can see on the screen. Children have the right to free expression, and this includes right to information and ideas of all kinds and in any medium. This is only restricted by the violation of others' rights or a threat to national security, etc. So child has the right to express his opinion and right to be informed of all the things which help him decide making decisions. Similarly, every child has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. The state must respect the parents' right to guide the child in this regard. Freedom to manifest one's religion is only restricted if the act is harmful to others. This is a common caveat wherever any other person's interests are affected, then the rights can be restricted. Otherwise, the child has the right to form his to you can say in simple terms, freedom of religion, freedom to practice, profess, and his religion. This is akin to Article 25 of our Constitution, which guarantees the right to the religious freedom. And freedom of expression, freedom of expression is covered in Article 19, that is right to freedom of speech and expression, Article 19 1A. Now right to protection. Now another category, the third category, is right to protection. The child are protected where he is subjected to abuse or neglect, etc. So it is worth mentioning here that uh, uh, Indian laws have even the Indian Parliament has enacted laws to best interest principle is taken care of. Where it is not in the interest of the child, then the one parent or the both parent can be restricted, can be removed. I mean, a child can be removed from one or both the parents. Uh, but generally, it is the duty of the both the parents to maintain the child. Give appropriate guidance and assistance to parents to uphold the rights of the child. It is the duty of the state to give proper guidance, proper education to the parents. Children of working parents have the right to access to child care services, creches, etc. Now, similarly, the state shall take all types of actions to protect the child from any form of abuse, exploitation, or neglect. And as I told you, the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection Act has extensive provisions dealing with the Child Welfare Committee, how the reports are prepared, and the effort should be made to integrate the child with the family. And if it is not possible, then the child should be sent to specialized agencies, child care homes, or the child can be given in adoption. So acha, there are provisions. Now, similarly, we can see that the child has children has the right to protection when they are temporarily or permanently deprived of their family environment, or if environment has proven to be harmful to the child. Now we come to the another category that that is right to development, and the most important right is right to education. And the convention provides that the child should be given primary education free of cost, and higher education should be accessible, and vocational education should also be accessible to the child. Similarly, the convention also provides that the child have the right to recreation and sports, and culture, right to recreation, right to participate in sports and cultural activities for the all-round development of the child. So here we have tried to cover the main provisions of the Convention of the Rights of the Child. Each section requires a detailed discussion. So in some other programs we will cover some one or two aspects. We will take one or two aspects and will discuss in detail what is the idea behind those provisions, and on how the things have been dealt with in Indian laws. So thank you very much.
Indira